Welcome back everyone to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. This is Cthulhu Wars Season 3, Episode 1. We are playing the Azathoth expansion, and it will be as a part of our Yellow Sign month. It's Yellow Sign, Hastur, versus Nyarlathotep, Crawling Chaos. And they have the potential to summon Azathoth, the demon sultan himself. And as you notice, these are all painted miniatures. I had a great time painting these, and I've got to say I've learned a lot about painting miniatures from these sculpts. They're bigger than a lot of sculpts. You can see that my cultists are here, and feel free to go check out the miniature painting videos that we have. So in our last video, we've done the setup for this game, and we will go ahead and kick off turn one. So obviously, as you guys know, Cthulhu Wars is a multiplayer game. I'm not playing any special single player rules, so this is more like a simulation. But one thing I really wanted to try out is, in addition to Crawling Chaos and their spell books, and Yellow Sign and their spell books and their devastations, we now have these new mechanics of Azathoth with the Azathoth spell books and also Azathoth special nuclear chaos. So I'm kind of going into this with the idea of, let's just activate all the different components from the Azathoth set. Hey, there's some great videos on YouTube of people walking us through this stuff. This will be more like a playthrough to get me familiar with the rules. We've got Elder Things, Dimensional Shamblers, Servitors of the Outer Gods, and Star Vampires in the mix. So the Elder Things look quite cool, right? We've got this Star Vampire munching away at a victim. And we've got the King in Yellow himself, in addition to Hastur. And we've got Dimensional Shamblers and Servitors of the Outer Gods as well, to round things out from the expansion set. So we'll be trying to play all of these figures, and hopefully you guys will enjoy them. And like I said, go check out that painting video. It's pretty comprehensive. So we've got the board set up. We've got our players. So let's jump right into turn one. I'll move these aside. We're going to start off with the turn marker on Crawling Chaos. Obviously, left and right turn doesn't matter, but we'll just kind of go back and forth between the two. I think also I want to raise this up so you guys can see the bottom of the board a little better. How's that? Okay, so we'll start off with Crawling Chaos. Both factions have 8 power, so let's get into it. I'll move these off the board. We've got our phases of play, so we're going to start out in the action phase, and we'll take turns cycling through the first phase. So we'll have one thing that the Crawling Chaos player can do is they can move 2 spaces. So they will move 1, 2 to North America for a move. And then they'll also move they can perform 1 action per turn. Yeah, so that's good. They can move this one down to 7. And then we'll also have the Yellow Sign player can move to Arctic Ocean, and that reduces them by 1. And we keep going back and forth until we've run out of things. So let's see what cards we're going to play. As your action, pay 4 power. Okay, well sure. Like as my action, well, maybe first I'm going to spawn a gate. So I can spawn a gate for -3 power. I'll spawn a gate in North America. So that gives me 1, 2, 3. Crawling Chaos. They can go ahead and they can mark something with that glyph. So maybe we can have them go to a location with that glyph, which would mean moving to the North Pacific, or maybe moving to the North. Maybe I should have done that first. Okay, we'll skip that for now. Let's have them also spawn a gate. So they'll spawn a gate up in the Arctic Ocean for -3. And then we'll also our final move will be we will get our first spell book for 4 points, and we'll start off with let's see what we can do. Emissary of the Outer Gods. Seek and Destroy. The 1,000 Forms. We can eliminate things from battles. I think that's pretty good, actually. So I think I'm going to play my first spell book is Invisibility pre-battle. Select one monster or cultist. That'll be the first one we buy. So we'll go ahead with that. We're out of power. And then let's see what Yellow Sign gets to do. They'll move down to North Atlantic for 1. Then they'll get to move down to Africa for 2. And to desecrate an area, let's see how they desecrate. Let's see how they desecrate. So the desecration of Yellow Sign, let's have them desecrate Africa. So their action phase is desecration, and we'll go check out how they're going to do that. So we'll start out with Yellow Sign, Doom phase. We have to move to Yellow Sign, I think. This is Cthulhu, Crawling Chaos, Black Goat, Yellow Sign. In King in Yellow, despite its lack of combat, is a terror. It moves uniquely around the board with undead action. You don't spend much power on summoning monsters. Yellow Sign is constrained by his need to desecrate certain areas. If you can keep him out of Africa or the Americas, you stop their progress. Oh, okay. Thwarting the Yellow Sign. So yeah, he's going to desecrate Africa. They're going to desecrate Africa, and let's just see what they have to do for that. We need to awaken the King in Yellow first. So to awaken the King in Yellow, you must have a unit in area with a gate, and we must pay 4 power. The King goes in that area. Okay, so instead of moving this guy to Africa, we'll take our motion back to 2. We'll have 4 power, and the King appears in that area. So we will spawn the King in Yellow on this gate. So we spawn King of Yellow on this gate, and we're going to end our turn with 0 power. So action turn is over. All right, so great. So now he's the one who can come and desecrate Africa. So we've gotten 2 gates. They've got 2 gates. We've got the King in Yellow. And did I miss something up here? It just seems like I spent an extra 4. Oh yeah, so I guess they don't do this then. Right, they won't do that one. So they've moved 1, which is 6. They spawn a gate 1, 2, 3. 8, 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, they can do that. And Crawling Chaos has spawned 2 gates. But why are we out of power already? So let's just see. We have 8, 7, and then... Oh, we bought a card. Okay, so we've got a spell book, and they've got... okay, that's the difference. So we both spawned 2 gates. Sorry, guys. We both spawned 2 gates, and they've spawned the king in yellow, and we've spawned that. And now they can pick a spell book for the king in yellow, and they will pick... When 1 or more of your cultists are eliminated by an enemy, you gain a power. So that will go on to theirs. And unique ability Feast. Gain 1 power for each area containing a desecration token in 1 or more of your units. Okay, we've got no desecration units. So that's going to wrap up the movement turn of the phase. Now let's go to our gather power phase. So gather power, we get... So let's start off with Crawling Chaos. They get 1... per cultist, so they get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus they get 2 per controlled gate, so they get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And plus they get power for any special abilities. No special abilities. Select 1 monster for each following pull-up present, exempt it. No. And then next we'll do Yellow Sign. So Yellow Sign will gather power. Again, they get 6. They go to 6. Then they get to have 2 controlled gates, so they're also at 10. And that's it. So nobody's at half power, so everybody's equal. And we can go to determine first player. There's no one has more power, so I guess it remains. +1 doom per controlled gate, so we can move the doom track ahead. I believe these actually go down here now. I think I've got that way. And we can use that for the doom track, I guess. So Yellow Sign gets 1, 2 for the gates. And we also get 2 for the gates. And then it says Rituals of Annihilation are played in order, earning +1 doom per controlled gate and 1 Elder Sign per faction, Great Old One. So Rituals of Annihilation. How do we play Rituals of Annihilation? For Rituals of Annihilation, we'll go to the index, I guess. Doom phase is 35. So let's go to 35 and we'll do Rituals of Annihilation. Right? So 35. After each player, Rituals of Annihilation. Starting with the first player, proceeding in order, each player chooses to perform a Ritual of Annihilation or not. Spend power equal to the current position on the ritual marker on the track. Advance the... Okay, so this round we're not going to do any Rituals of Annihilation. I think we'll just hold off for that. But we can do it in next turn. And we're going to start to have to gather some power to... Because one of the things I'm trying out here is trying to try out the Azathoth set. So I think we'll call it... We'll call it a turn at this. We've got no other special abilities to discuss here. No cultists captured. So that'll be turn 1. Thank you guys for watching. I'm looking forward to getting these Azathoth players on the board. as well as the Star Vampire, the Elder Thing, and the Servitor of the Outer Gods, and the Dimensional Shamblers. So I'm going to sort of conserve my power at the beginning just to get those pieces in play, and we'll see you on the next turn over here somewhere. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.